Hi friends, Jay Sennett. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jay. Today I'm going to prepare for you some Cajun Red Snapper with a Cajun sauce and succotash. Something else my grandmother used to make when I was little. Although I confess to picking out the lima beans. But I'm going to put lima beans in my succotash today. Okay? But first, let me talk a little bit about this fish. You see these fillets down here? These beautiful red snapper fillets. Now you see how I scored the flesh part of it so we can get some seasoning down there. But before I did that, I let the fish sit in the refrigerator to kind of dehydrate, because you want the fish, the moisture out of particularly the skin, because you want to get kind of a crispy texture on the skin. And if you don't have the time to do that, let it sit in the refrigerator. Just get a paper towel and dry it off, because you want the fish pretty much as dry as possible. All right, I have a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Okay, we're going to season this fish. This Cajun seasoning, it has some salt in it, not a lot, so I'm going to add some additional salt. You might think, oh no. Okay, and I want to add some of this black garlic ramen pepper, just a little bit. And I want to do the same thing on the skin side. Okay, add some of this Cajun seasoning here. All right, the saucepan over there, the skin. Okay, add some salt. More salt in the skin. Okay. And add some of this black garlic ramen pepper. Alright. Okay. Now, we're going to go over here to the stove. I have my oven preheating to 400. And a rule of thumb with fish, basically if it's an inch thick, I'm going to pan sear a little bit, and then I'm going to go over here and we're going to pan roast it. Rule of thumb, if it's an inch thick, you get about 10 minutes, but this is not quite an inch, so it'll be less than that. But, when I get the fish, I have a non-stick pan with some olive oil. Okay, and you want the oil to coat the pan, and you want the pan hot. Yep, it's pretty hot, almost smoking, okay? So what I'm going to do, let me test this out. Now, what you want to do early on in the game is press the fish, because you want the oil on all parts of the skin, okay? That's why you do this. Particularly if you're trying to get a little bit of a crispy skin there. Now, while this is happening over here with the fish, let me heat this up. Here, I already made my Cajun sauce, okay? And I'm not gonna show you how I made this, but I have some crushed tomatoes in here, and I have a lot of seasoning. I have some garlic powder, onion powder. I have some Cajun seasoning in there, some thyme, some oregano, shallots, some garlic, some smoked paprika, a little bit of chili powder, and I did say Cajun seasoning a little bit. So there's a lot of things happening here, but that's already done. All right, I want to turn my fish over. Yeah, it's starting to already. Nice texture on that. And this saucepan, I'm going to make my succotash. Okay. I'm going to taste my Cajun seasoning and the Cajun sauce here. There we go. Let's get a little bit out of that. Spoon. Wow. delicious. Okay. I have some butter and oil in this saucepan. Now I'm going to add some shallots. All right, now my fish. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the oven. Turn this back over. Have the oven at 400. Okay. Put this in the oven. Let it roast for about, let's go, about 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Okay. Put this over here in a bigger burner. I'm going to add some garlic in here as well. Get this succotash happening. So some shallots, some garlic. Some oil and some butter. And we're going to add a whole bunch of stuff to this. A whole bunch of stuff to this succotash. Okay? Alright, so my garlic and my shallots are cooking. Now I want to add some corn. A lot of corn, so don't be stingy with the corn. Okay? That's some good golden fresh corn there. And some of your moisture will start to absorb a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit more butter. Here. Now, you have some lima beans, my favorite, some lima beans in the succotash. Okay, some lima beans, with that butter melted in there. Have some red pepper. Place the red pepper there. Besides flavor, of course, you get some beautiful color. Add some salt. Black pepper. It's beautiful, beautiful. Now, I'm going to add some herbs. I have some thyme, some oregano, and some dried basil here. Okay. My herbs. Got my fish roasting. Now I'm going to add a little bit of white wine. Some acidity there. Okay, and I'm going to add some chicken broth to give it a little bit more body. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to add some green beans, some texture, some color. Liquid will cook down just a little bit, of course. Yeah. The sweetness of the corn. The acidity of the white wine, body of the broth. Give it some depth, some textures of green beans. And we have ourselves some succotash. Okay, check my fish. Got about a minute left on the fish. My Cajun sauce is done. The succotash will be done here momentarily. I don't want to overcoat the green beans in here. That's why I put the green beans in last. So you want to still have some good texture on the green beans. You see some of that liquid cooking out of there, evaporating. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So in here, again, some butter, some olive oil, some shallots, some garlic. Cook for just a minute or two. Then I add some corn, some fresh yellow corn, white corn if you like. Then I add some diced up red pepper, red bell pepper. I have some green beans. I have some dried thyme, oregano, basil. I said garlic is in here as well. Yes, of course, got to have some garlic in there. Some white wine for some of the acidity. Then I add some chicken broth, give it a little bit more depth, body. Some salt and pepper, black pepper. I think I want to add, I can just sense this. You know, we do this enough, you can sense this. Just a little bit more salt in here. Okay. All right. Now, that sound was the sound of my fish. Okay. Get my fish out of here. I think we're ready to do some plating here, ladies and gentlemen. Get my plate. All right. First thing, I'm going to dabble into. You get some of this sauce, this Cajun sauce. Put it in the center of the plate. A little bit more. Okay, turn that off. Get some my succotash. You don't, a little suggestion here, you don't put the sauce on top of the fish, you put the fish on top of the sauce. Okay, so that's one there. And let me get my fish over here. Ouch, whoa, it was hot. I knew that I was going to forget that. Put my fish on top of that like so. And my plate is amazingly clean. Wow, don't have to dress it up. Get these out of the way. My tomato. There you have it, my friends. My Cajun Red Snapper. It's crispy skin. I made a Cajun sauce as a base. And I made the succotash. You saw how I put that together underneath. And then the red snapper, Cajun Red Snapper on top. That's my dinner. That's what's happening on this edition of Cooking with Jay. Make sure everything is cut off. It is. If you make any of my dishes, I would always love to know what you think. You know, send me an email to j.sinnett, jae.sinnett@whrv.org. Would always love to know what you think. Cooking with Jay airs starting at 6 o'clock Sunday evenings on the WHRO Public Media Facebook page. You can see archive programs at the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. Don't forget my Synod in Session Jazz radio show on WHRV FM 89.5 Monday through Thursday nights from 9 until 1, Saturday mornings 1 until 5, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5, and also the R&B Chronicles I host and produce Friday nights from 7 until 8. But this show, all about the cooking with Jay. Yes! Cajun Red Snapper with Succotash and my Cajun sauce. You try this? Delicious, delicious. All right, friends, be safe until the next edition of Cooking with Jay. We'll see you then. Take care.